right, welcome to our podcast.
Yes, Conversations at Hip Hop Closet.
And what are we drinking on today,
We're
Marlon?
drinking B. Stuyvesant champagne. We're drinking the Reserve Brew.
Yes.
It's very nice,
It's
bubbly,
very nice.
clean, fresh. It feels good. It's a feel-good champagne.
Yeah, have you had the other ones, like the Blanc de
Blanc,
Blanc,
the Rosé.
yeah.
I've tried her whole catalog.
Yes,
You know
yeah.
how we do.
Yeah.
You know
I
how we
really
do.
like the demi-sec, but I think this is like coming in as my next favorite.
I like this, especially with the orange juice. The
Yeah.
mimosa. This is a mimosa
really clean.
vibe.
Mhm.
Definitely. It's B. Stuyvesant champagne.
Yes.
Check it out on
Sponsored.
IG.
Check it out on IG.
Sponsoring Conversations.
Definitely hit that subscribe button for
Mhm.
Conversations at Hip Hop Closet.
Right.
And grab a bottle of champagne. Cheers.
Cheers. Peace to the world. You see, I'm sipping a mimosa. It's Mimosa Tuesday. So let me be clear about something. I took away spirits in January. No spirits January. So I just been doing like champagne and wine. Shout out to Malik Kirkland. My brother Malik retired from NYPD, and we went to his crib, Kai, right? And we had a whole champagne campaign. It was nothing but, and I swear to God, since that day, I've been doing nothing but champagne. Today's champagne we doing is B. Stuyvesant champagne. Shout out to Marvina. Right? And it's a snowy day in New York. If you're in New York City, you were dealing with the slush and the snow and all that.
This is the first time in like, what, 2 years,
In like
right?
2 years. This is the first time in 2 years that New York City has had more than 1.5 inches of snow. Global warming is real. Climate change is real. But we're good. We here. Jason, how you feeling?
Yeah, I feel great, man.
You
Just
good?
came back from Florida. So
Yeah, I know.
Good one.
Yeah, you was down there chilling. Kai, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm ready for the sneaker vote.
Oh yeah, so look, this is what we doing. So we be having little sneaker wars between the three of us every Tuesday when we come on. So what we decided is we're gonna let the guests choose which one of us wins. So it's the three of us, right? And we do this every week. Y'all wanna do it now?
You might as
do
well.
it right now so I can feel the heart, so I can feel good the
So
whole
plus you see I
time.
got the patent leather black ones. I'll let them say the bullshit they got.
She got the pad leather joints too.
She got the pad leather.
You know, I went for the Gore-Tex all weather.
Gore-Tex all weather.
Right.
So you know, because it's snowing outside, so you want to.
Look, he trying to campaign. We know it's snowing outside, nigga.
So this was a three-way tie because it was three different reasons.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. I want to hear.
Because it's for the weather.
He got the Gore-Tex,
yeah,
right.
He got the Gore. He don't feel shit.
Right.
So it ain't just the look; it's everything about the sneaker.
Yeah.
The fit,
Functionality.
the functionality about the
Functionality.
Yes.
The functionality. All right. See, this is why we ain't gonna let guests choose. I'm just saying. I'm winning shit, right? But we
I
gotta
want to know
win.
mine. I want to know about mine now.
Yeah.
I wanna
What
know.
about
I
her?
got those.
Oh, you got it. Right. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
The versatility.
All right, so we gonna get started. And the brother to my left, I couldn't wait when I knew I was gonna interview this brother. I couldn't wait to have this conversation because this is actually what I'm gonna start this off with. Is actually a barbershop conversation that I've had. Shout out to my barber Easy. He's been in the game. He cut hair for Bad Boy. He cut hair for Rockefeller. And we always talk about the difference between being a lyricist and being an MC, right? So, Ghetto Millionaire drops in 97. I'm 22 years old. Shout to Samson, my man Sam from on 105th in Liverpool, Southside. He put me on to you. Yo, you gotta listen to this dude. This dude is nice like Nas. We should that's how we used to look at you, like you was the next Nas, right? I remember Ice Down Medallions. I remember the joint you had with Mike Geronimo. It's on the album. I want to say Regulate or Regulate, right?
Yeah.
Worldwide was my shit. I still listen to it when I'm running. When we grew up in the 90s, there was this subgenre of hip hop. I'm gonna call it a subgenre, but it really wasn't to us. And it was like street talk. Like it was like street slang, it was like street stories, it was like, you know, we came up when the 80s, me and you the same age, we were a month apart. We came up, KRS-One, Public Enemy, right? There was knowledge rap, and then you had like, you know, Run DMC, which was like kind of lifestyle rap, but it wasn't street.
Right.
But when y'all started doing it, Nas, Mike Geronimo, Mobb Deep, Queens, y'all, CNN, y'all took that shit into like really being able to verbalize the street, right? So I want to talk to you about that, but first let me introduce to some and let me present to others my brother Royal Flush.
Pleasure.
Thank you for coming out.
Thank you for having me.
We're gonna start here. We're gonna talk about a lot today. I know, you know, some of you who follow this brother know of the health journey that he's dealing with, and we're gonna get into that. But just bear with me for a moment because I got a legend next to me and I want to have this conversation. Street slang, street rap, the things that y'all was doing in the 90s, Wu-Tang, Mobb Deep, CNN, Royal Flush, Mike G. Brooklyn rap wasn't like, so we have, like Brooklyn has always been like flashy like Harlem, but gritty like, you know what I'm saying, like Brownsville. But we were blessed because we had Biggie and Hov, and they've transcended what it is I'm talking about, right?
Absolutely.
But I always felt like Queens was the best at this subgenre that I'm talking about. You think about the Infamous, you think about the War Report, you think about Get a Millionaire, you think about Mike G. Y'all was really good at affecting the streets, right? Through rap. Now, I told my barber that that's lyricism. I told him that Royal Flush to me was a lyricist. He says, well, nah, he ain't a lyricist. He an MC. I said, well, why? He says, well, lyricism is when you can put it up on a blackboard in a school and they could read it out. I disagree. What I think lyrics is when you paint a picture that I could close my eyes and listen to you and I could be where you are.
Correct.
Right? And I think that you've done that. Correct. Do you consider yourself a lyricist?
And the way it come from you, yeah, that's how I look at it. Because even when I came around that time, everybody was doing like hardcore songs. I'm doing songs about my mother and father fighting, family problems. I'm doing songs about Still Came Home with My Shine. I'm doing songs with Noriega, coming home from jail. So everything I did was paint a picture. When we did albums back then, you had to have a start and a finish.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I figured nothing in life you could do. If you just got to start, then you just running in place. You got to have a finish. Mm-hmm. So any journey I do, I got to start and a finish. So I know what I'm accomplishing. Mm-hmm. And that's how we did our music. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I would do, okay, cool. We got to do a song for the girls. We got to do a song for this. We got to do a song for people going through this. So we put it together, and that's what make a lyricist to me.
Right. And that's what make a lyricist to me, right? So when I sit and I listen to Worldwide and you say, sometimes I wake up with my sleeve gasping and get the water for my ass, right there, I could see that. Like that's...
I woke up like that before.
Right, I woke up like that before. And so I've defended what you mean to hip hop in my barbershop because I'm like, yo, Flush to me is one of the most unheralded lyricists in the game. I think that you came out at a time where it was so much music dropping in '97.
And it was major labels.
It was right. It was just a whole major thing. And I heard the story on Sway how the label signed you. They flew out to North Carolina.
Yeah, I didn't know I had a buzz. I didn't know I had a buzz going.
Yeah, you ain't know you probably had a bidding war happening and the whole shit.
All that.
Tell me about you growing up. Just Ramel. I know you came up from Flushing. Tell me about how you was born.
I grew up in Flushing. You know, my family's from Florida, from Tampa. We Cuban, and I grew up in Flushing. Growing up then was, like my father was already in jail. My mother was already like street. So I grew up with my grandmother. Mm-hmm. So my life was always a struggle. So I catered to like. Being that I was able to stay outside, all the older guys that was getting money, I was like the little man. So I always stayed around. I learned the ropes from that. Mm-hmm. And then unfortunately, some of the men went to jail. It was just my time to take over as a boss. Mm-hmm. And I did it like that. And as I'm getting street money, Mike Geronimo, a large professor, lived up the block. And I used to go up there to large professor because he would have Nas, he had Bismarck, he had Rakim. And that was like my getaway because they felt comfortable with me because I don't know, I'm a boss, I get to go up there and hang out. Mm-hmm. Then once Mike Geronimo came out and I heard, I knew he was doing his things. Now I'm in my building and I would just, somebody would do a beat on the wall, and I could just talk about everything that happened that day. Shantae came and bought 3 pieces of crack. Lil Ray got smacked in the elevator. I would just, whatever happened the whole day.
Right.
And that's when Mike Geronimo, we was all like, you know, I think we got something, you know, and then that's when I learned how to put it in 16s and come up with hooks and stuff like that. That's what got me into it.
Was you creative outside of that moment when you realized how to kind of put words together? Like as a child, were you creative?
Yes. I mean, that was like, you know, growing up with no parents, it was like, I didn't have no people coming to my school for school trips or like that. So my reading level and all that was like low. So I had to kind of memorize. My mind was, I could remember anything, a video. If I looked at a movie, I could tell you the whole movie backwards just by me looking at it. So I just have photogenic memory. So that got me a lot. So if I thought about a rhyme, I didn't actually have to write it because I already got it programmed. So now I just got to put it together the best way I can.
And when was this when you started kind of vibing with Mike Geronimo and really getting serious about it? How old was you?
18.
So it's after high school.
Yeah. Well, I got locked up. I went to high school for like a year, then I got locked up. By the time I came home, it was too.
It was you.
It was too late.
Yeah.
But I was in the streets. Mike was rapping, and I still was just doing it, playing around. And then Mike, one time I seen him. He was doing a video for Shit's Real, and then he said he had a show, and Irv Gotti, was coming, and they didn't show. And I actually got on stage with him, and his label seen the way I had my charisma, the way I attract the crowd, the way I had everybody moving, so they kind of kept me with him.
What was the allure of the rap game to a street dude?
To me, rap didn't really mean nothing to me. You know what I mean? I'm getting money.
Right.
You know what I mean? No matter the rappers, it wasn't money when my era came out. It was just the hunger. So it was more hunger, but I was getting money, so I made it flashy. I made it comfortable. I made Ice Down the Dimes. Like, there wasn't nobody after Slick Rick repping like that. And that's when I came with all the chains and all of that. So I just gave a good, rich look to it. Because at that time it was real hardcore. You had the Mobb Deep, you had the CNN, you had everybody's killing each other. Me, I was like, let me be a little smooth with it.
I think about the tunnel back in the day. And I think about how that shit was like the jungle.
Unbelievable.
You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like honored to have been in those moments, but also I feel lucky to be sitting here at 48 and be able to talk about a lot of that shit.
I think I was a part of it. I didn't realize how serious it was until I look back now.
Right.
Like, oh my God, it was 900.
Yeah.
And I was in there for the DMX video. I was in there for Belly. Yeah, I was there every Sunday.
Yeah, I think that, and again, I've done, I watch a lot of your interviews and podcasts, just even before I knew that I was going to interview with you, because I always felt like you were such a good friend to niggas. Like, I felt like I remember the Drink Champs podcast with Mike G on it, and him talking about his struggles, and you kind of being his main support on that podcast.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? And I just, I have a high level of respect for you looking from the outside in, because from a Queen standpoint, you always seem to be like the liaison. You did joints with everybody.
Definitely. I mean, I kept it like that. I am a liaison. Like they call me the governor. Because, even with the street shit, a lot of things were happening. You have to call me. Like somebody got their chain snatched, they'd call me to get it back. Or if 2 people got beef and it's looking too serious, they'd call me. So we had to take both of them out and see how they could work their differences. Right. So I always did that. I mean, as far as the music game, I did that for a lot of people. I wish I'd have got it in return, but who I am is who I am.
Did you love the game?
Yeah. I just didn't think it had enough money for me, and I just think that coming from where I am, I wasn't used to working for no one, and I thought the industry I'm working for someone.
Did you ever have a job?
No.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Always street.
Yeah, always street, came home, get in the business. I know you're dealing with a health issue, and you've been very vocal, and I told you off camera about how much I appreciate the fact that as a black man, you have been wearing your health journey out front, and you've been very vocal about it, and you've been kind of, transparent almost in this journey. I want you to kind of talk about what you're going through and where you're at in this moment.
I got lymphoma cancer, stage 3.5. A lot of lymphomas all over my body. You know, like a lot of people, they probably get like 10. Like I said, I probably got 100 and almost more than 150 all over my body. So they covered my body. So they had to do. I found out going to Atlanta for Queen's Day. We was going down there. My doctor called me. She was like, "Come in," but I kind
What year was it?
This was September.
23.
Yeah, 23 September.
Uh-huh.
Recent.
Uh-huh.
I kind of knew things was going wrong with my body. I felt a lump, but I'm like, I just didn't pay no attention to it.
Right.
And when they did a CAT scan, they said, you know, cancer's real serious. And at that point, I was ready to let go. When she showed me the autopsy of my body, it was looked like a house that was infected with roaches. It was like, throw the whole house away.
Mm-hmm.
The way my body looked, it was like, there's no beat in this.
Mm-hmm.
So I just didn't really take care of it. And then one of the tumors, one of the lymphomas kind of took over my body where I had to go in for a rush.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, and I did it.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, and I said, you know, the doctor said it wasn't looking good. But then I was like, this is going to be something I can help other artists with. You know, other artists that got cancer. So I said, I'm going to do the opposite. I'm not going to lay in the bed. I'm not going to keep them wiring me up so I can have people see me sad to help me.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, I'm just going to do it the right way. I'm going to send a message and let people know they can do it.
Mm-hmm.
And like I was telling you, I said, I could see why people hide it. Because you hide it because you don't want to ask people. Like a person like me that's showing it, the people I think that was supposed to help me didn't help me.
Right.
And if I'd have knew that before I did this route, I probably would have hit it from the world too. Because you don't want to be put down. You don't want to see that people don't care. People don't give a fuck. You know, like me, I had one friend come to me. He was like, "Yo, Flush, I was going to donate. To you GoFundMe and your fundraiser, but you look better."
That's
So
crazy.
I looked at him and said, "Well, don't do nothing. If I look dead, then send me something."
Right.
You know, for a man to even say that to you, look better, and I'm like, that don't mean I'm better. I'm looking better because of people like you, people that I think that's gonna help me and make me. I want to see you again, so that's why I look better. That's why I got up and got dressed today.
Mm-hmm.
But man, when I'm at home, man, I'm in pain as a mother. Like people won't understand what I go through at home. My kids gotta help me use the bathroom, and just to get up out my bed, I need help. You know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You have a warrior spirit, though, brother, and you know, many people, like you said, once they saw what it is, would have just threw it all away.
I'd have did it. You know, I'd have did it for anybody. You know, at the status I am, you know, I probably don't have much money, but I'd have threw anybody 10 at my status, and I ain't, you know, the millionaire dude, but 10 or 20, I'd have did that. You know, especially a close friend of any rapper. You know, like Capone from saying that's my cousin. If Capone ever got sick, I'd probably give him my right hand. You know what I mean? Like that's just me. But like I tell people going through it with me, don't let that discourage you. Go, feel good. Wake up every day. Don't lay in that bed. Don't die. And even if people ain't showing you the love, so what? If insurance don't get paid, they're gonna get paid somewhere later on. You know what I mean? So don't disgrade yourself. That's my main thing, and that's why I want to talk and tell other people that's going through, even if it ain't cancer. If it's just something personal, just talk. Just do it. Just let people know. Fuck it.
Who is your anchor? Who are the people that keep you motivated when you wake up and you're like, man, fuck this shit, I don't want to get out of bed? Who's the people that?
My wife, my wife and my kids. Yeah, my wife. My wife, sometimes I think she got cancer. Like the way she's take care of me, the way she's on top of everything. You know, one of my daughters, they do my medicine for the week. My other daughter, she does the insulin because I got diabetes too, so I got to take insulin 4 times a day. So my other daughter does that. My little son makes sure the breakfast is ready. So we all out. That's what made that's what made me fight for real. But I'm on my 5th round of chemo. They said I wouldn't make it past 2.
Yeah, nah, you fighting,
yeah,
bro.
I'm here.
You fighting.
I'm here.
You fighting, but you know, like I said, Flush, you got that shit in you. Like not everybody has that warrior shit in them. You got it in you. You had it in you from day one. Like it's always been in you. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't expect nothing else for you but to fight. I wanted to talk to you about the financial aspect of the game, right? So you are somebody who was in the hip hop culture. You dropped a bunch of albums. You made record labels millions of dollars. You featured on songs with people who are millionaires, virtual billionaires. Now that you're in this situation, do you look at like, have you thought about how the financial strategy of this hip hop thing should be? Should we have something that takes care of our artists? Like, should we be putting something aside to take care of our elders?
Nah, because in music, you live for the moment, no matter what. Either when the money's there, you're gonna make the right investments with it.
Yeah.
So, but there is nothing that you can put into. So you know, I mean, you don't even need health insurance at that point.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the only thing I did early probably in life was I wrote a will.
Mm-hmm.
When I first got my money, I wrote a will. I did have a little money stashed and stuff like that. But
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I just think people that got millions and stuff like that, man. But they did do something. They did something with what was it? Was it Rakim and Scarface? It was like Nas and them did something. But people like that, they helped after they beat whatever they had.
Right.
I mean, there's times I sit there and be like, why they not coming for me?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm actually dealing with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like
Mm-hmm.
if that's what you're gonna do and you want to help the industry, then you're supposed to come with someone that's directly diagnosed with the problem at hand.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but them things don't bring me down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, nah. Yeah, I mean, I feel like you get a lot of love, right? And love outweighs the hate. But do you have resentment? Are you resentful?
Nah, cause I came from nothing. This was just, I guess God had to show me how to make my circle a little smaller.
Mm-hmm.
I think my wings was just more open
Mm-hmm.
to everybody. I just catered. If I thought
That's the shit I was saying.
Yeah.
Like, you always, from the outside, and you look like that guy that would be the connector between everybody.
I had people come to me and ask me for money because they don't got it for their rent. And I don't really know them. You know, even my first house was called Ghetto Millionaire. Not because I had a million, because I funded the barbershop, I funded the basketball games. When the ice cream truck came, I gave the ice cream man $1,000, said all the kids eat free.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's what made me a Ghetto Millionaire. So for my first album, I live up to that.
Mm-hmm. I know you were still doing music as recently as when you got the diagnosis.
Mm-hmm.
Have you put out something in the last?
I put out, me and Sean Price got an album called Royal
Shout out to
Price.
Sean Peace.
I actually finished it and then I put it out. And then once the doctor told me that the cancer was going to be a little stronger than what I thought,
Mm-hmm.
then that's when I kind of put it on hold. I mean, it's still out there, Lakers, but I put it on hold. And I'm working on a new album now called Ghetto Billionaire.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm also working on an album called My Will.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I'm working, you know, just, I got to get clearance from my doctor some days to see, got to test my lungs, make sure I'm able to record or I can just write.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, music keeps me alive. That's my second hobby.
Mm-hmm. How's your days go? Give me a normal day, because I mean, you know, hearing this and talking with you, man, I'm so happy that you came out in the cold just to be here with us in Fort Greene. Where do you live? You out in Queens still?
I live in Long Island City, Queens.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. I live right by the water.
Mm-hmm. How's your days go?
Some days it's good, some days it's bad. I really don't know until I wake up in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I can wake up in the morning and my body just say, lay down all day. And I can wake up in the morning and say, let's go to the gym. So it all depends. It all depends how you know, I take like 30 pills a day.
Mm-hmm.
So certain ones will hit harder than certain ones. So my days is just, I don't know.
Scat, it's a day-to-day. It's a day-to-day thing. How do you feel about the man you were, both in the community of hip hop, but also as a father and a husband?
I know I'm one of the best dads. All my kids is old. I still take my kids to school. You know, like I got a routine where I take my kids to school. Once I caught cancer, I drive them every day.
Mm-hmm.
I still got up. My wife had to drive, but I still had to keep that
So
routine.
in the car, right?
Yeah, I still had to take them to drive home. So, Dad, everything. You know, my daughter's #1 in New York in debate, and my son's on a traveling soccer team, and he's 7, and my daughter's 13, and she travels for debate. I don't even know what it is. I just know I couldn't win. If she wanted cereal, she had 30 reasons why she'd get it.
So she was on that.
Yeah, she was on that.
Right.
And she's the main speaker, so that just makes me feel proud as a dad too.
So we got connected from Carlos, who's like family to this show, man. He's been such a big supporter of the work that we've been doing, and I was talking to him. He actually sent me the flyer. He sent me the flyer for the journal on the 25th.
Yes.
And I was like, man, I really like to speak to Flush, man. Can you think you could get him? And he was like, yeah, bet. We have a meeting, and then I'm gonna ask him. And And now you here, man. So talk about that relationship with Carlos.
Carlos. I met Carlos when I was 19, 20. He's the first person to bring me to Poughkeepsie.
Right, when he had the store. Right.
And that just been my friend, man. I never met someone so genuine. Like during my hip hop, he brought me out. He bring me out there for no reason. If he came to New York, he'd meet me at a restaurant, and so he always want to go eat. So there's nothing I won't do for him. Like I love him like a brother, or like that's my boy.
Yeah, he's been like that with us as well, man. Like there's nothing that
he don't ask me for favors. So
right.
when he said job, I don't know how to say no. You know what I mean? Then I did my homework. Was like, oh, you genuine, you solid. You know what I mean? So I was like, I'm with it.
Yeah, man. We really, you know, Hip Hop Closet's been around since '98. We've been around. We're going on year 26. Kaisha and her brother started this company just to really like be a part of the lifestyle of the culture, right? Selling clothes, accessories, this and that. We wound up getting into sheepskins, customization, sheepskins and shirtlings. When you walk in, you see all that, right? But really, at our base, we are really students and servants of this culture, right? And so that's the thing. That's the thing between Carlos and I is that, and Carlos and Kai, is that he know that this shit is genuine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I would never. Carlos could ask for anything. Carlos could ask for anything, and he can get it because he's a genuine dude. He's a genuine guy.
You don't find many like him.
Right. I want to talk to you about that, like what, like your niece. So the thing on the 25th. Let's talk about that first. What's on the 25th?
25th, I got a fundraiser at SOB'S. Which I figured a lot of artists or whatever. I had to find some type of love to see if I'm even communicating with people the right way. So a lot of artists that probably couldn't give me money, I asked them, "Can you come through and at least perform for me? I'm doing a fundraiser." And which a lot of people said, "Okay." Mad people. I mean, from Conway to Havoc to Capone to Nature to MOP to Smith & Wesson to Keith Murray to Craig G to Tila Rock. You know what I mean?
So everybody, all those people performing
right
on the 25th.
On the 25th. Like when I do a segment for me, I'm gonna bring out mad people. Like, you know, Smooth Hustler, Trigger Again. I mean, it's gonna be some people ain't never seen before. So a lot of people did do that. You know, and then a lot of people call me. You know, like Sheik from the Locks called me. He was like, "I'm gonna come through, but you know, you can't be on the fly and stuff like that. You know, for purposes, but." It should be. It's gonna be a good turnout.
That sounds like it's gonna be I'm gonna be in the building absolutely for that one.
And then right after that, I go in. If they're gonna do a surgery, if they can get one of the things out, and then I'm like 80%, almost going with it. Yeah. So this is what I'm getting the money for.
Right. So so the money goes towards surgery to remove one of the lymph nodes.
One of the lymph nodes. The big one.
The big one.
Right. So once they move that, then it's not affecting my kidneys, my lungs, and stuff like that. Then we good.
Then you're on the road.
Yeah, then we good. And which people don't realize that every time I go in and do chemo, that's $28,000.
Right.
And I'm at my 5th one.
Right. So that's already
you're already 28,000 on
the GoFundMe.
Only got 20. So they only did one session. So these last 4 sessions came out for me.
Right. Yo, I swear I don't want to get into like the nonsense of it all, but like some of the friends, some of the dudes you did joints with, that's nothing to them.
Tax write-off.
It's a tax write-off for them.
I guess, like I said, people want to see me. Maybe if I was in the bed with tubes in my mouth and my wife's crying on the phone, I think they would help. But I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Right. Standing 10 toes. I'm sorry you're not in my house and see the pain I go through. But
Right. So the thing is on the 25th.
Right.
$50 entry fee. I want everybody out there. I'm gonna be out there. Kai's coming. Jason. We all coming out there to be a part of it. But even moving forward, we got to get that GoFundMe up, right? And for me, I'm gonna be honest with you, Flush. It really ain't about, for me, respectfully, it ain't really even about you. It's about, for me, it's about where is our cooperative economics as a community, right? So if we got to come together for something, let me tell you something. The hip hop community spends about $70 million a year on bottles in clubs.
Absolutely.
just on Rosé and fucking Ciroc and Tito's in clubs, we do 70 million a year. You mean to tell me that we can't come together for something positive to the tune of a couple $100,000? Right? And so the question is, what do we care about? Like, if we don't care about helping out our legends and helping out our, our community when they ask for help, what is it that we care about? You know what I'm saying? And that's why I wanted to talk. That's why I wanted to sit here next to you. Because if anything that we do on this camera during this live can bring even $10, if somebody hits a GoFundMe for $25 because they see you sitting here with me,
that counts.
That counts.
That counts.
We gotta be about action. Your entire career, again, this from the outside looking in, I don't know you until today, but from the outside looking in, you've always been somebody about that action for people. Joints with everybody. In videos, on tour, shows with everybody.
That I do.
You know what I'm saying?
Even for artists that don't got money and none of that.
Right.
You know how many free verses I gave out just because I wanted to help somebody?
Right. You know what I'm saying? But also not even as a lackey, but as a boss, as a cat that is holding weight, holding influence. And so I just think it's important that we respect that and that we pay it forward. What are you doing in terms of getting the message out about the GoFundMe, other than the interviews that I've seen? What are you doing in terms of that?
I mean, we do everything. I mean, I like Rosenberg, he said it on the radio for a week straight.
Mm-hmm.
You know, 50 Cent wrote a post up on it, Premier wrote a post up. A lot, like, I guess the first month that it happened, a lot of people did give a lot of love.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I guess, it dies down. People are like, oh, 2 months passed, what is he doing? We ain't seeing nothing, so,
Mm-hmm.
But the word's out there. I'm on everybody's timeline, stuff like that,
In these moments, right, where you're struggling for your life, right, and you are day to day, really, again, it's a warrior's mentality. I'm gonna keep saying that because you ain't gotta put on your armor. You can just lay in bed, and no one would fault you for that. But every day you get up, you put your armor on, and you hit the streets. And what I'm saying is, in those, like, in this moment where you're on this journey to survive, when do you find happy moments? What are some of your happy moments in this time?
Seeing people show love, or if I see, like, I did not a fundraiser. I did the thing. I just did something before this, an auction.
Right.
And like Premier gave me something. Fat Joe gave me some sneakers.
Right, I saw that when I was looking at the sweater. You was talking about that.
So that made me feel good. People donated pictures. I mean, the fight is everybody around me. You know what I mean? Like, my body's dead, my mind's alive. So long as I'm alive up here, then I'm good.
Yeah, your body ain't dead, bro. You walked up in here, man. You needed legs to do that. You know what I'm saying? Right. You needed lungs and a heart to do that, man. Your body ain't dead.
Thank you.
But it's going through the biggest trial of its life.
Yeah.
How's your diet? How have you changed your diet?
Everything. I don't eat meat. I should live in Africa. I take so much soursop and all that. I'm everything. Everything. So, even with what it is, I'm taking all the good stuff and dealing with chemo. It eats up my good and my bad cells.
Right.
So it's like, no matter how much good stuff I take, this is flushing everything out, but I still do it on top of it. And then, this round of chemo was double, because the first 4, it was just like, wasn't nothing good happening, wasn't nothing bad happening. It was just at a standstill. So this time she gave me a double dose. I feel better. I could feel some of the tunes shrinking. I could feel some of it. So it's working. It's working.
I think we're gonna be victorious, bro.
Oh, man,
like, I see that, man.
I want to ring that bell.
I see that, man. Yeah, you get the surgery, man. You pull that thing off, man, and you ring that bell, and we gonna celebrate that, man. Because I see it, I feel it. I think that's definitely what's gonna happen. Because what you've done in this moment is you ain't lay down and quit. A lot of times we lose the fight not because we're not capable of winning, but because we lay down and quit.
I've been there. I've been there where people gotta come and talk to me, and and I gotta build myself back up.
Yeah.
There's some days, man, I'm like, man, nobody love me. I'm still sitting here. Why the fuck am I asking anybody? Then nobody care. And there's some days I want to give up.
Yeah.
Some days I want to give up, man.
Yeah.
But my team around me ain't let me.
Right.
My wife and my kids, and we ain't going nowhere.
Right. You ever think about that young Flush, that cat that was ferocious, and you ever think about that guy, like when you're going through this, like
Yeah. He wouldn't give up.
yeah.
He, when them two talk to each other, the old Flush say, "You done been through more," and I'm like, "No, I haven't." I
Right.
done dodged more shit in life.
Right.
This one's nothing. You know, and not to be spiritual, but you know, like people come in spirits like that, and they wanted to help me. They was gonna fly me out and stuff, and then something came to me one night, and it was like, "This ain't the time to use us." So he said, "You might need us for your son, you might need us for your mother, your aunt. This ain't the time. You're gonna be okay."
Right.
So me just hearing that, I was like, "Okay, cool."
Right.
And let me just do what I'm doing.
Right. Right. How are your children in this moment? What's the ages of your children?
25, 24, 23, 16, no, 13, and 7.
Okay, so you got some
I got
young
5
ones, but
minutes
then you
here.
got a bunch of that's
Oh,
like me. I
wow.
got a 28-year-old, then I got an 8-year-old and a 5-year-old. So I'm in that same space where like I got an adult child, but I'm still raising
Oh,
children.
but the two little ones are like my 13, that's the one that do the debate. And my
Debate.
7-year-old does the soccer.
Mhm.
I get up every day to take them to school. I mean, they really, I don't care. Like, I can't leave them.
Mhm.
My wife look at me and say, she can't do this shit by herself, so she don't want me to go nowhere.
Mhm. Mhm.
But it's a journey, and it's like this journey. Maybe my journey comes in 2 parts. Maybe it's supposed to happen to me. I won't be the last person, and then it happens to the next person, and I'm supposed to show people how you supposed to be to someone like me when I had it.
Mhm.
So I think I got a two course journey with this one.
Mhm.
I'm supposed to have it, then I'm supposed to show you how to heal somebody that has
That
it.
has it, right?
Yeah.
So like in a way, you have resigned to your life being a living testimony of this process,
Oh yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And that's kind of what you've been doing, bro. Like I've never seen someone publicly react to this thing the way you have. Bro, you was on suede looking fresh, the North Face, the watch was gleaming, right? And it was like, nah, like I'm not gonna let this thing define me. I'm gonna define this thing.
Yeah, like I said, you know, it's a lot of people look up. Like a lot of people look at me now. Well, he lives in a crib. He's paying like almost $5,000 a month. He drives a $100,000 car. These things is things that I had before that I'm just trying to maintain. You know, my wife, she makes 6 figures, so
Mhm.
these are just things that's maintaining, man. And like I said, with my jeweler, I gave him my jewelry. I pawned it. He gave me back 60.
Yeah, you said that on the
Yeah,
thing.
he said, "Hey, man, if this gonna make you look good and feel good, keep it
Right,
on."
right,
And it was shit like that.
right,
That
right. But
came
also,
from-
I mean, that's a that's a fucked up way to look at it, right? Because everything you have, plus you deserve. You worked for the shit. You and your wife worked for it. So I don't care what you pay for rent. You know what I mean? I don't care what you drive. The fact of the matter is you can still be in need. We got tons. New York City is the #1 place where a motherfucker is making 6 figures and living check to check.
Yeah, we
You know what I'm saying? Like that shit don't matter here in New York City. We ain't in Houston or somewhere where the cost of living is less. We all struggling out here. So I don't think it should be looked at like that. And the fact of the matter is we know that the cost of health and health insurance, man, that shit is crazy.
I just found that out.
It's crazy.
All right, I was like, chemo. I was like, wow, what you mean it's $30,000 for a session?
Yeah,
You know?
man. Yeah.
If you want to go to the best hospital.
If you want the
Look,
best work.
If you want the best work.
If you want the best work, man. Like I dealt with it with my pops. My pops passed away in 2021. He had pancreatic cancer. Went in for a procedure. Got COVID while he was in the hospital. Came home in hospice. But the phone calls that we were getting was crazy. The numbers that they was talking about just for care, just to have a home attendant 8 hours a day. The numbers is astronomical.
No,
Being sick is not a poor man's thing. It's tough. If you ain't got it, it's very tough to maintain, right? And what you got, the cancer that you have, they absolutely have cancer centers and things that can treat you and get you better. But you gotta have that money.
You gotta have that money. Otherwise, I'll be in a regular hospital.
Right, you be in Kings County
Yeah,
somewhere.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Laid
Regular
up.
hospital. So.
Right. And so that's what this is. This is about getting you the best possible care. This shit ain't about, oh, that nigga got a foreign car, man. Fuck that. I ain't go. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy to think about, man.
Always.
You know what I'm saying? That's crazy to think about, man. Like, you ever, when, like, even now, like, as you're going through the medication and you're doing all this, you said you go to the gym, you still lifting, like, you have days where you feel,
Yeah.
yeah.
Or even if I don't lift my mind, I think I'm doing something. So if I pick up that 5,
you in there like an old man. You in there dealing with the 5s and the 10s.
But then in my mindset, you're doing something. You at least lifting, so you're accomplishing something with yourself.
Right.
So that's my big thing, is to just boost my ego every chance I get.
Right.
You know.
Right.
And try not to think about the finance part of this cancer. Otherwise, I'd have gave up.
Right.
And I'd have said we don't have it. You know, I got a life insurance that costs more than
Right.
what I got to pay for this. So sometimes I'm like, let me just die so my kids can get
So
my
you
life
get the
insurance.
bread, right?
Get the bread.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but
Mm-hmm.
my wife said, fuck it, we're gonna find a way.
Mm-hmm. Are you afraid of death?
Sorry, y'all, this is something I gotta check.
What's that, for the diabetes?
Yeah.
You gotta scan it again.
Mm-hmm. Supposed to be at 160. Let's see where we at. I'm at 245. It's real high. It's dangerous.
Yes. What do you do in those moments when you high like that?
Nothing. I just gotta relax. Once if it gets to like 450 and better, I can go into a coma.
Yeah, that's what happened to my pop. My pops was also diabetic, and he wound up at like 425. He had to go to the hospital for that.
Yeah, you make it, but like mine go 500. That's it.
Yo, people don't understand that diabetes it's a lot too, man.
I got nothing. I got no immune system. Like me, I go outside and catch a cold. Like a lot of people beat cancer and then they die from a cold. They die from a flu. They die from a little infection.
Right.
There's nothing to fight it off no more.
Right.
So I gotta watch out for everything.
Right. How do you guard against this stuff? Like COVID is rampant right now. How do you guard against this stuff?
Whatever 200 pills they're giving me a week, one of them fight COVID.
One of them shits is a COVID killer. Yo, bro. I mean, let me tell you. Normally, these interviews could go 90 minutes, but I'm very cognizant of your time, right? And so I really wanted to talk to you about your situation, your journey, how you moving forward. But I also wanted our people, you know, the people that follow us, to hear your journey, because I need for them in this moment to understand why they should donate $10, $25, $50, $100 to your GoFundMe. I feel like if we can serve as a conduit for that, then we've done our job. You know what I'm saying? And so, Kai, just real quick, I just want to go to what we looking like.
I'm
in
doing
terms
my
of
sound check.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm doing my sound check.
Do we have, what's the question? What are people?
I had actually just asked, because, you know, I normally ask later on.
Right.
So I just asked if there was any questions. But just a lot of support, you know, just a lot of support. Yeah,
Yes,
and like
y'all.
really
Thank
appreciating you sharing your story.
Thank you. And you know, and I did something different with my GoFundMe. The reason why my GoFundMe is connected to my insurance. So that's why I'm able to do a lot of these things with my insurance and still keep it as a
So
part.
you saying when somebody donate, it go right to the insurance?
Yeah, I linked it to them to let them know that this is what it's for.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, most people don't. Most people, they should go right to them. Like,
Right.
They don't do nothing with
Me
it.
and Kyle was talking about that on the way in. We was talking about the chick some years back. She was like, "Yo, get me to Vegas." She did a GoFundMe to get to Vegas.
And you got stuck out there.
Nigga, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So mine's directly connected, so it ain't like I can take
Hold on, Jay. Right.
We
right,
got it pinned to the
Yeah.
bottom, so all of the information is right there,
Right.
pinned on the
dang.
screen. So,
Right. Right.
and we'll definitely do a follow-up post about it. I didn't even know you could do that. Has it go straight to the insurance?
Yeah,
That's
Like,
wild,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Right.
Like everything I do, even like this fundraiser for what I got lymphoma, they making me donate some of my proceeds to go to them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but they still keeping me with them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Otherwise, I'm like 80,000 behind. But as long as I got the connection with them with that, they're gonna keep letting me stay in their facility.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And it's weird because me and Kyle were just talking about the the importance of marriage in terms of a partnership, right? Having a life partner, having somebody that's with you until death do you part. And you got your wife, and she sounds like she's just like, she's not taking it. She's not taking no bullshit from this. She's all the way in. Huh?
She's not. And my wife had a friend last month. She found out she got cancer. And she lived in Virginia. She was by herself. She died 2 weeks later. Just wasn't nobody there. Nobody going to the hospital with her. She just gave
Because
up.
companionship in these moments is everything,
Yeah,
bro.
you need that.
You need that shit, man.
And mindset too, like he said, like even if he's lifting like the 5 pounds, your mind knows you're
That's
just.
200.
They actually did a study. They did a study that says like if you sit around and just think about the exercise, like it has an effect on your body.
Yeah.
So just sit around and picture yourself.
And a lot of things I had to do. Like when I started losing my hair, my doctor was like, "Stay out the fucking mirror. Stay out the mirror. You look like Fire Marshal Bill in a little bit, but stay out the mirror." You know, it's just things you gotta set your mind up for.
Yeah. And I mean, you're not alone in this, man, because like my lady, she got a friend right now that's dealing with a cancer struggle. And like we at that age, Flush, like late 40s, early 50s, that 50s, that's when you start understanding that you are not invincible. We grew up in our 20s and 30s, drinking every day, smoking trees every day, like never thinking about getting to this point.
And that's where mine come from, because we don't have it inherited in our family.
What you think it come from?
Just beating my body up for 1,000 years.
Yeah.
Remember, I started at 15, 16.
Yeah.
Heavy.
Yeah. And just going
You know,
crazy.
me and Mike came out. Mike was lit. Like that was the biggest rapper ever for 1 year. You know what I mean? He started Jay-Z.
People don't understand that.
Yeah.
And when
Mike
I was
bigger than Nas.
When I heard the Drink Champ shit, so like I watch all these podcasts. So when I saw y'all on Drink Champs, I felt like that wasn't uplifted enough. It's like, yo, bro, Mike G at a moment was the biggest thing in hip hop.
Hip hop, sex symbol,
right? Biggest thing. Master INC, I'm So High. Like when those joints dropped, maybe it was just a summer, but it was a summer. It was a summer though.
A whole summer.
A whole summer, right?
Of this kid being the biggest star.
This kid was the biggest star, B. And you was right there on his side, man.
Yeah, I mean, we did Sprite Night. He was the first one to do the MTV Cribs. We did that first. We did I did Soul Train. You know what I mean?
Right. So how often you talk with him?
Oh, all the time. That's my number one. That's it. Like when I first was running from the hospital, he came and got me. Him and Capone. Because when the doctor told me, I ran out the hospital. Yeah, I ran out the hospital. I just wanted to go home and kiss my kids. I said, if I die, let me die looking like this.
Right.
And they came and got me and told me we was going to a club.
Right.
And I ended up back at the hospital.
Right. I met Pone years and years ago. You know who Bodyguard? You know Bodyguard?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah, that was my man. And I met Pone through Bodyguard years ago. This is like when War Report.
We just see.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So look, man, I just want to salute you, man. I want to cheers to you, man. I want to tell you I love you. I'm happy that you are doing this because people need to see this. And I've already claimed the victory, kid. Like,
that's
like
what I'm
we
back.
good, right?
What's the conversation when I come back?
Yeah, we good, man. You're gonna get what you need. You're gonna get the surgery, and everything is gonna be good. And we're gonna come back in a year, and we're gonna see a whole renewed. We're gonna have a different conversation. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta. I just need you to stay
so much love.
motivated.
Y'all should see the love.
Yo, I just need you to stay motivated and to stay positive. Because let me tell you, positive energy is way more powerful than negative energy. So if you keep a positive mindset, bruh, you're going to win this fight. It's when the demons slip in those nights where you saw, where you like, well, shit, you start to question yourself.
Yeah.
You start to doubt yourself. And in those moments, when you in that space, I need you to read an oath. I need you to read an affirmation. I need you to do something to bring yourself back into a positive space. Because that positive energy is going to be helpful in the electricity in your body and how your body is working. That's real shit.
And that's my hardest thing. It's how to get out depressed quick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna give you my math, nigga.
Yeah.
Call me. Call me. I'm gonna tell you straight up. Nah, nigga, we up. We up.
Fuck up.
Right, we up. We up, nigga, because we about to win this, man. You know what I'm saying? Look, it's fourth quarter, man, and we may be down 5, but we got the ball.
We got the ball.
You know what I'm saying? We got the balls in our hands, man. That's all you can ask for. That's all you can ask for, man. So, you know, like I said, man, I appreciate you, man. I love you. I just want to give you positive energy, man. I'm glad. I am honored that you came here. It's fucking nasty outside, bro.
Yeah.
You could have easily been like,
well, now here to tell you, I got a stomach virus. I still said I had to come. So
yeah, bro. I wouldn't have been mad, man. Honestly, I was hoping Kai hit me like, yo, it's cancer. Nigga, it's cold outside, right? But
once I reposted,
Yes.
I saw you when you hit When you hit it, I saw.
That means I'm locked in.
Yeah.
Bro, come here. We got the GoFundMe pin.
Yeah.
I need all of y'all to follow this brother. Real_Royal Flush. We got to come together as a community, right? And for me, it's important that we show up in moments where we need it. I don't care about y'all coming to our parties and our block parties and all that. I care about this. We brought this brother on so that you can hear his story and so that we can share with you how to help. If you ever bop to Worldwide, if you ever bop to Iced Out Medallions, bro, in the video with his chains, no shirt on. Right? If you ever rock with him, I need you to rock with him right now. Thursday, January 25th, we'll be at SOB'S.
Yes, thank
Yes.
And like I said, we're going to get this money up, we're going to get this surgery, and we're going to be having a different conversation.
And thank y'all, thank everybody, man, just for following my journey and just seeing what I go through. That gives me a boost of energy all the time, man. Whether you donate or you don't, just you being here with me helps me.
Yeah, indeed. So Jay, you ready now? So
What's he doing?
I'm gonna tell you in a minute.
Y'all got a surprise?
So yeah, we got a bit of a surprise. So
Oh my
Kaisha,
God.
her birthday is coming up.
Oh shoot!
She's headed to
Y'all got a surprise
Cancun.
for me.
She's headed to Cancun. Jay bought the cupcake. You want to sing happy birthday to
Oh,
Kai? Kai, you got to come here. Kai, you sit in the seat.
Oh,
I'm gonna get up on the seat. You sit in the seat. You sit in the seat.
I can't believe
You know what I'm
this.
saying? Happy birthday to you, Kai.
See?
Happy birthday. How old are you now? 55? 56?
No, I'm 23. Like, what are you even saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, thank you.
Happy birthday to you, Kai.
Happy birthday, Kai.
You know what I'm saying?
Happy birthday.
Yeah, you mean a lot. You are everything. You the foundation of this shit.
Yes.
You the foundation of this, man.
But y'all be holding me down so much
Yeah.
being this.
Whenever someone cancels, this is your seat.
It is.
That is.
Happy
Yes.
birthday.
Alright?
Thank you so much,
Happy
y'all. That
birthday
was like
to you,
really
man.
sweet.
Absolutely,
Such a surprise.
So, you know what the vibe. We're going to be back next Tuesday with another interview. But again, I don't want y'all to let this moment go when we move forward next Tuesday. The GoFundMe is pinned on the live. I'm going to repost the January 25th event. I put it in my stories already, but I'm going to post it again. I'm going to be out there. I'm going to make sure I see you, shake your hand, give you some love.
My wife would be there too.
Yeah, and we gonna win this. I feel like we got to be a part of this fight. Like, I feel like this is time for us to prove that we are capable of victory in this moment, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I man, listen, I watch you, and I know you got the fight in you.
I know it'll give so many people so much courage and just to believe in something when they down situation. If I just beat this shit, man. You looking at a nigga from the streets, a rapper, had the life, went through a little something and came right back.
Yeah,
I think
bro.
that'll motivate
We going up
anybody.
this summer. We going up this summer, man.
Yep.
It's clean. All right, we'll see y'all next Tuesday, man.
Yes.
All right, peace.